Hello grade 11th, welcome to my YouTube channel. Hi, this is your math tutor Nitika. So today we are going to do few more questions related to our previous videos. I have taken one question from miscellaneous exercise, question number 17. It's a quite important question. If alpha and beta are two different complex numbers with modulus of beta equals to 1, modulus of beta equals to 1, then find the value of modulus of beta minus alpha upon 1 minus alpha conjugate beta. So how to tackle these kind of problems? What you have learned in previous videos, you know it very well. Modulus of z square is equals to zz bar, and I am going to use this result in this question. Otherwise, without this result, I am not able to do this sum. If you have any idea to solve this question, you can share in the comment box. Otherwise, you have to apply this result and get the answer of this statement. Okay, so let's have, I'm going to assume this as z, the whole number. Z, I'm taking z as beta minus alpha upon 1 minus alpha bar beta. So I'm going to take its square. I'm going to consider beta minus alpha upon 1 minus alpha conjugate beta square, and it can be written as in the form beta minus alpha upon 1 minus alpha bar beta into beta minus alpha upon 1 minus alpha bar beta conjugate. Right? Now simply we know that conjugate of z1 minus z2 equals to conjugate of z1 minus conjugate of z2. We have discussed these results in previous videos. You can check through my channel. So students, I am going to convert beta minus alpha bar as beta minus alpha upon 1 minus alpha bar beta is as it is, and I am going to write this as beta conjugate minus alpha conjugate upon 1 conjugate minus alpha conjugate beta the whole conjugate. Okay, one more result, you know that z1 upon z2 conjugate equals to z1 conjugate upon z2 conjugate. Same result is applicable for modulus 2. Now what we have to do, we have to do only simple multiplication. As you know, beta into beta bar, it becomes beta conjugate, then minus beta alpha conjugate minus alpha beta conjugate plus alpha conjugate, and the denominator will be 1 into 1 conjugate. 1 is a real number and conjugate of 1 is always 1. So it is, let me rewrite it once again. 1 minus alpha conjugate beta into 1 conjugate is 1, and alpha conjugate, you know it very well, conjugate will be cancelled out and you will get only alpha and beta conjugate, right? Now let's have its multiplication, and you know students, what is beta conjugate? Remember this result, z bar equals to modulus of z square. Similarly, beta conjugate equals to modulus of beta square, and alpha conjugate equals to modulus of alpha square. So I have changed as beta conjugate as beta modulus square and alpha conjugate as modulus of alpha square. Right? Now come to the denominator. 1 into 1 is 1. 1 minus alpha beta conjugate minus alpha conjugate beta, and minus plus alpha conjugate beta alpha beta conjugate. Okay, now we are on the verge of the solution. We will get our solution within 2 or 3 seconds. You can get idea, because you know the modulus of beta is given, it is equal to 1. I am going to replace this modulus of beta square as 1, because if the modulus of beta is 1, modulus of beta square is also equal to 1. So students, I'm going to replace modulus of beta as 1. It becomes 1 square minus beta alpha conjugate minus alpha beta conjugate, and you don't know the value of modulus alpha. Please recheck your statement. It is not mentioned here. So don't put modulus of alpha as equals to 1. Okay, don't do this mistake. Only you have one value, which is modulus of beta equals to 1, and you are to replace only modulus of beta and keep modulus of alpha square as it is. Right, now come to the denominator. It becomes 1 minus alpha beta bar. I don't have any option to change alpha beta conjugate minus alpha conjugate beta, so put it as remain, it's same. And come to this point, alpha conjugate beta alpha beta, it becomes alpha alpha conjugate beta beta conjugate. Why I am going to rekindle it again? Because I know alpha alpha bar is modulus of alpha bar square and beta beta bar is modulus of beta bar square. Okay, so let's have its values upon 1 minus. Now I think you are getting the idea that we are very near to our solution. Alpha alpha conjugate is modulus of alpha square and beta beta conjugate is modulus of beta square. Now students, you know what is the value of modulus of beta? It is equal to 1. So I am going to replace as beta is 1. So modulus of beta is 1. So I'm going to remove it because its value is 1. Okay, right? Now see, yes, what is coming in your mind? Numerator and denominator is exactly same, so it will be cancelled out and you will get number 1. Okay, you will get as number 1. Therefore the whole term is equals to number 1. Well students, I am getting as beta minus alpha upon 1 minus alpha conjugate beta square equals to 1. Hence, beta minus alpha upon 1 minus alpha conjugate beta equals to square root of 1, which is equal to 1. Hence, the answer of this question is only 1. So, keep this in your mind if you are getting as MCQ based on this question. Come to the next sum. Here we have our next important question from NCERT exemplar. The statement is, if modulus of Z1 equals to modulus of Z2 equals to up to so on, modulus of Zn equals to 1, prove that modulus of Z1 plus Z2 plus Z3 up to so on Zn equals to modulus of 1 by Z1 plus 1 by Z2 plus 1 by Z3 and so on 1 by Zn. Now students, how to tackle these kind of problems? Because I only know this result. I know it very well. Equals to separate. We will make separate all the modulus and so on. But do you think is it useful or for us? I don't think so. This result is not of my use. If I am going to separate it, but I will not create its right hand side. How to create the right hand side? That is the big question here. That's why this question is tricky as well as important. So how to create its right hand side? I'm going to use one trick here. I know that Z1 square modulus of Z1 square, what it will be? Z1 bar. You know it? See, let me take it a simple complex number like modulus of Z square equals to Z bar. Okay, I'm going to use as Z1. Modulus of Z1 square equals to Z1 bar. Okay, now how to use this result to make the right hand side? What I am going to do now, let me take a number from this modulus. I am taking z1. Okay, I am taking z1 square, modulus of z1 square as equals to z1 bar. Okay, and z1 bar, I have to replace it as z1. What I am going to do it now, I'm going to replace z1 as z1 bar upon z1 bar. Do anyone have problem? I don't think anyone have problem, because I have just written the number z1 as z1 bar upon z1 bar, because it will be cancelled out, then z1 equals to z1, no problem is there. Because we have to create the right hand side, so we have to use few tricks here to solve our question, otherwise we are helpless, we are not able to solve this question. Okay, I'm going to replace this z1 as z1 bar upon z1 bar, right? And going to change z2 as z2 bar upon z2 bar. And third one is I am going to change z3 as z3 bar upon z3 bar, and up to so on. Going to change zn bar upon zn bar, right? Now what you can do now, you know it very well, z1 bar equals to z1 square. Okay, I'm going to write it as z1 square upon z1 bar, right? Plus z2 square upon z2 bar, plus so on z1 square upon zn bar, right students? Now students, you know what is the value of z1. z1 modulus is 1, therefore z1 square modulus is also 1, z2 square modulus is also 1, and zn square modulus is also 1. I am going to replace this z1, z2 modulus and zn modulus with number 1. So what is left here now? 1 upon z1 bar, 1 upon z2 bar, and up to so on 1 upon zn bar. We are very close to the right hand side. You can see right hand side is 1 upon z1 and we are getting 1 upon z1 bar. We are very close. Let's remove this conjugate. But how to remove? ऐसे remove नहीं कर देना, ठीक है? But how to remove? We have to follow some rules to remove this conjugate. Therefore, after solving this calculation, I am getting 1 upon z1 bar, 1 upon z2 bar, 1 upon z3 bar, up to so on 1 upon zn bar. Now students, you know it very well. What is the conjugate of 1? It is 1. And 1 conjugate is 1. Therefore, it can be written as 1 upon z1 conjugate plus 1 upon z2 conjugate, up to so on 1 upon zn conjugate. Okay, now you knew it very well. You can combine the conjugate, because z1 conjugate plus z2 conjugate equals to z1 plus z2 conjugate. You know this property very well and I am going to use it now. So this can be written as 1 upon z1, 1 upon z2, and so upon 1 upon z1 conjugate, totally based upon the properties of conjugate as well as modulus. This question, especially this question, that's why it is very important. Now students, you know modulus of z and modulus of z conjugate is same, because modulus of z is square of x square plus y square, and modulus of z conjugate is again square of x square plus minus y square. Minus y square is x square plus y square. I have told you in the previous video, conjugate of z and conjugate of modulus of z and modulus of z conjugate is always same. Okay, it is told in the video of properties of modulus. Therefore, this conjugate modulus and the simple modulus will be the same. Therefore, both are same. But you have to mention here, we know that modulus of z equals to modulus of z conjugate. Okay. Then after applying this result, you can directly write here 1 upon z1, modulus of 1 upon z1, 1 upon z2 up to so on 1 upon zn. Hence, result is proved. Therefore, left hand side is equal to right hand side. Next question is again based from NCERT. Find the non-zero integral solution of modulus of 1 minus iota raised to power x equals to 2 raised to power x. Now, how to solve this question? It's very easy. You have to take the modulus of 1 minus iota, and you know what is the modulus of 1 minus iota? Square of real part plus square of imaginary part, because the real part is 1 and the imaginary part is minus 1. And after calculation you got root 2, 1 plus 1 raised to power x equals to 2 raised to power x. It becomes 2 root 2 raised to power x equals to 2 raised to power x. 2x can be written as 2 raised to power x by 2 equals to 2 raised to power x. Now base is same, therefore you can equate the powers. Hence you cannot cut these x, because here the value of x is 0 and we cannot divide with the number 0 on the both sides. So how to do this question? Just do cross multiplication. You will get x equals to 2x, then 2x minus x equals to 0, then x equals to 0. Therefore, x equals to 0 is your answer. So students, thank you for today.